good people of YouTube? It's me, Chavez, back with another NBA player prop video for you. Today's Wednesday, November 1st, 2023. As always, I hope this video finds you doing well and in good spirits. It is the first of the month. We will cash our slips and we will get up. Leave me a comment below if you know what song that was based off of. Here's what we're covering in today's video. Recapping plays, injury news. Gonna show you a few plays that didn't quite make the cut for today's video, and then we'll dive into the 3 plays that did. With all that being said, if you like the way that sounds, I encourage you, stick around, drop a like, sub up, click the notification icon so you're notified of all upcoming content and videos just like this one from me and my channel. And without further delay, let us dive into the stinkiness of yesterday's plays. All right, we're not wasting any time. We're gonna start in order in which the games were played. Let's start with Mitchell Robinson. Took the over, 9.5 rebounds and assists. Maybe you took the over on his rebounds, maybe you didn't. Didn't hit it. Table flipping moment. Cavs got blown out. Did not see that ass being spanked like that. So much, in fact, that the starters kind of sat out the fourth quarter. That is how it goes in the NBA. We bake all this stuff in. When we take player props, we just have to consider all that stuff might happen. And that's what happened yesterday. So maybe he hits it, maybe he doesn't. Had he gotten his full second half run, we'll never know. But we do know that he didn't hit it with the minutes he got. And that's unfortunate because we really like that prop. So table flipping moment, no doubt. Moving into Jeremy Sohan's assist, 3.5. Took the over on this one. He hits this, no sweat at all. He hits it, and the Spurs hit the Suns so much that they actually won the damn game. They jab, knockout blow. Unbelievable. That should have never happened. Suns should not have allowed that to happen on their home court. Ugh. Man, that's got to be a bad feeling, but good feeling that Jeremy Sohan went over assist. Lastly, we'll step over to the other side of the court where we took the over. Yusuf Nurkic, 12.5 points. He did not hit this. It's very not a good sign. Very not a good sign. Is that proper English? It was very not a good sign when your player prop, your point prop, has no points at the half. Scores all his points in the second half. Didn't score enough. We needed one more point for him to go over. Could have been a free throw. Could have been a 3. Could have been a 2. Could have been a 1. But he didn't do it. So another table flipping moment yesterday, and that brings us to 1 and 2 on the day. Unacceptable. Unacceptable by my standards. I never like to take more than one loss on my player props in one night, and we took 2 yesterday. So very frustrated with that. Looking to bounce back indeed. Before we get into our plays that made the video and didn't make the video, let's quickly take a look at some injury news going on in the NBA today. A lot of names on this list. I'm only gonna read a few names off that are pretty big names here. So like, look who's in. Probable, more than likely gonna play, but questionable. Got some big names here. Trey Young, Jimmy Butler, Kyrie Irving, Tyrese Halliburton, Brandon Ingram, Benedict Mathurin, Jonathan Kuminga, Jalen Duren, Haywood Highsmith, Jalen Smith, mixed them, got them combined there, and Daniel Gafford, doubtful, Spencer Dinwiddie, Precious Achiuwa, Dennis Smith Jr., Rui Hachimura, and then out Bojan and Caleb Martin. So we could pretty much, I think when you see doubtful players, more than likely they won't play, and then questionable are the ones that we have to keep our eyes out for because that could change at any given moment. So keep your eyes out for updated injury news throughout the day. Before we get into our 3 plays for today, let me just share with you 4 plays that almost made the cut. Almost made the cut. So Marcus Smart, fantasy points. Jaren Jackson Jr., fantasy points. Shaedon Sharpe, points. Jordan Poole, rebounds and assists. All 4 of these, I think, are in good spots to hit their prop. I like the over on all these, but I just like the 3 plays that we're going to be talking about in today's video a little bit more. So let's just transition into those next few slides and start looking at these 3 plays for today's massive NBA slate. We're going to start with Scotty Barnes, fantasy points, over 36.5. I like the over for sure on this one. Toronto hosting the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee, not the same team from last year. I mean, I think it's pretty evident in the first few games of the season. You know, they're missing Drew Holiday's ass for sure. No fantasy point stats given on props.cash, so we'll have to do some simple math here. Now we're looking for over 36.5, so we're just gonna zoom through this real quick. Looking at these odds, we're just gonna make a nice educated guess here as to what it's gonna be for each individual stat. So let's start with the points. Set to 18.5, minus 106 to go over, minus 105 to go under. Kind of a coin flip here, but let's say he ends with 18 points. Rebounds, heavy juice on the under here, but I still believe he can get us roughly 7 rebounds. So 7 times 1.2, that's 8.2. 8.2 plus the 18, that's 26.2. Remember that. Looking at his assists, it's possible Scottie Barnes ends the game with 5 assists. He is, capable of doing more, but I think 5 is a safe floor for him. So when you do that simple math, 5 times 1.5 is 7.5. You got 7.5 plus the 26.2. That is what, 33.7. And now we go into stocks, steals and blocks. Minus 184 to go over 1.5. So it's closer to 3. So when we look at that, that's 9 points plus the 33.7 that we had. That gives you 42 fantasy points minus turnovers. Let's say he gets 3, and that is 38 fantasy points right there. So by our simple rough ass math here, it looks like the over is in play. I just like the fact that he has a strong matchup facing a defense that is allowing a lot of production in assists, 3 points made, percentage, and points allowed. So give me the over, Scottie Barnes, 36.5 fantasy points for play number 1. Play number 2, Shaedon Sharpe, 28.5 rebounds and assists. I like the over on this one. So for this line, we don't have to do any subtraction. There is no turnovers, there are no steals and blocks. We're only looking at points, rebounds, and assists. So we'll take the same approach. We'll just do some quick math here. Let's take a look at his matchup real quick though. So on paper, this doesn't look like the greatest matchup, but the one thing that I do like about the Trailblazers right now is that we can kind of concentrate on a few players that we know will produce without Anthony Simons in the lineup, without Scoot Henderson really, playing at a high level, at least right now. You're looking to guys like Shaedon Sharpe, Malcolm Brogdon. So I like the fact that he's in that position to produce. Now, when we look at his individual lines here, he has a line of 20.5 points, minus 106 to go under, 104 to go over. This is kind of a coin flip to me. I think 20 points is well within his range. So we'll start with 20 points. Looking at his rebound line, heavy juice on the over. It's possible he can get to 6 rebounds, but I think 5 is a safe floor for him. That gives us 25 rebounds and points. And then lastly, we'll add in his assists. So another favorable line for him. Looks like the juice is on the over for 3.5. So we can say 4 assists is within range. That gives us 29 points, rebounds, and assists. We don't have to factor in turnovers here. So if he turns the ball over 3-4 times, I don't give a shit because it doesn't count towards his overall line. We need points, we need rebounds, we need his assists. I think he's in a good spot to get it done versus the Detroit Pistons. So give me the over. 28.5 rebounds, points, and assists. I said that weird for Shaedon Sharpe. Last play of the night. Let's talk Josh Giddey, 6.5 rebounds. All right, this should be a really fun game to watch, especially if Brandon Ingram is in the lineup. So let's take a look at this. Minus 115 to go over, 103 to go under. 6.5 is a pretty strong line to attack for Josh Giddey. Now, start things off this year, he's gone over this line just one time, 7 against Detroit. And you can see Denver was a bad game for them, Cleveland, and then Chicago. So this is a different game. This is a different team. We can see his history versus New Orleans is really, really good. 5 games versus New Orleans, 4 games in which he's gone over, almost averaging 10 rebounds in these head-to-head matchups with New Orleans. So you got that going for him. He's getting a ton of run. He's getting a ton of time on the floor, especially with SGA out there. Like, he can't be focused on. I think last year when SGA was out, it was really easy for teams to put the clamps down on Giddey, which really hurt his overall value and production. But if we just look at his rebounds, we look at his minutes actually. I mean, right now he's averaging almost 30 minutes a game. I expect that to go up. That Denver game really brought his average down for minutes because that was just a ass whooping right there. But I don't think this game is going to be an ass whooping for either of these teams. I think it stays close. I think it stays competitive. And as long as it stays competitive, Josh Giddey should be on the floor long enough to hit the over on his rebound. So that's what I'm going to roll with. For our third play of the day, we're going Josh Giddey over 6.5 rebounds. I like these plays. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be our video for the day. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you like on the board as well as your thoughts on these plays. Sub up if you haven't already. If you like these videos, if you find them valuable, entertaining, be sure to sub up and share this video, share this channel with a friend if you think it'll bring any sort of benefit to them. And lastly, regardless of the player props you roll with today, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope they all respect the damn coin. Best of luck to you all, whatever you're doing today. And until my next NBA player prop video, Chavez is out.